What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I actually have a fun challenge I want to do out here at Lear Park in Longview, Texas. And today we are doing, once you throw it, you cannot use it again until every single disc in your bag has been thrown. This is not an easy course whatsoever, so I'm going to have to strategize a little bit and see what we can make work with what we got. Even if I'm in circle 2, I still have to use that disc. I cannot use my putters until I'm in circle 1. With that being said, let's go see if I can shoot an even round or even beat the course today. Alright, here we are at hole 1, 336 foot par 3. It's going to be a forehand shot. There's those two trees up there that kind of curve. You want to go right between them. And if you push that gap, you can be under the basket. So I'm starting off with a Halo Garrett Girthy Wraith. Oh, it was going to be so good, but we hit a last second tree. So, all right. So I'm not quite in circle 1 yet. Meaning I'm probably going to putt with a driver. I'm going to putt with a MVP Vanish. Just need a par here, so Blake can stick it close, take our par, and get out of here. Drop. Alright, that should be easy up and down for par. Alright, we're in circle 1, so we're now allowed to use our putter. Alright, hole 2, 249 feet. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my mid-ranges, the Gateway Element. Hopefully we can park this so that we don't have to use a disc that we're going to need eventually later on. So hopefully I can hit this gap and stick it in circle 1 so that we can at least use a putter. Not good. Go and see what we're working with. Actually, I'm just going to grab a stable destroyer and see if we can find a line. Kind of a line, but I would still have to get really lucky to get all the way there. Go. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Alright, still in circle 2. Going with this Diamond Ether putt with. Maybe I can somehow save par with it. I thought that was it. Alright. Circle 1 putt with our wizard. Alright. Now 1 over. So, not really the start I was expecting. I've already lost 5 discs in the first 2 holes. No longer have a Wraith. On the Vanish. The mid-range, the Element. I don't have a Destroyer. And I don't have the Ether anymore. So, we need to pick it up and start getting some things in the circle 1. Hole 3, 390 foot par 4. I'm going to go ahead and run another Ether. This one is a little bit more flippy. Every single time I throw this hole, I pretty much throw a forehand, but I'm going to see if I can push a backhand down there today. That was almost clean and probably would have been pretty perfect. All right, actually, my lie's down here. I haven't been down here yet, but I'm going to go ahead and throw the blade no matter what shot I have, just because I need to save my zone and my mid-ranges. Oh, this is a perfect shot for one of my buzzes on forehand. All right, hopefully this will hold the turn. Get through. Wow. Oh, wow. That was a little lucky. Not gonna lie. But we're gonna take what we can get today. Alright, we're in circle one, so we can use a putter. Give myself a little Texas flip. Ooh, having to straddle downhill is hard. Let's go. Stole a birdie there. Alright, hole 4, 236 foot par 3. Yes, I'm already using my zone for hole 4, but if we can somehow get a 1 on this hole, we'll be in a good spot. And I think this is the disc I would do it with. It was so good too. We are in fact in circle 1, so we do get to use the wizard. Oh yeah. Just need to throw in circle 1 more. Here on hole 5, 366 foot par 4. I'm going to be throwing my cornerstone. You just want something that's going to push straight and slowly start drifting left, and hopefully get up into the gap where you can get an easy up and down for birdie. Miss it all. Oop. Hit something up there. So let's see what we're working with. Alright. I really should be using a mid-range on this hole, but I've got to save them. So I'm going to throw my gateway spear forehand, and hopefully I can just push that gap and it holds that line. Hold. Okay, that might be in circle 1. Alright, so it's actually a perfect shot. Left us about 10 feet for the birdie. Oh, another 3. Let's go. Is a 237 foot par 3. It's just a simple forehand. Just got to miss that first V tree, and hopefully you just put the right amount of power on it just to be under the basket. So throwing my Discraft nuke. Hopefully it'll stable up and get pushed all the way over there to the right. Miss it. Okay, that should be fine. Should be in circle 1. I don't know how close that got. Wanted to push it a little longer. So it pushed down perfectly. Set me right down under this tree for about a 6-footer. All right. That tree is pointy. It's 4 in a row. All right, hole 7, 510 foot par 4. Since I'm not playing for anything today, I am going to be using a Lone Star curl, and I'm going to see if I can push it across the creek. It's got to be a perfect shot, but I know I can get there with it. Go. Ooh, hit a tree down there somewhere, but should have kicked out in a good spot. So the kick out was actually perfect. But now I don't really know what to use. I'm going to use another Halo Wraith. This is the Halloween version. Just need something stable that's going to skip up there next to the basket. It's parked. That's what we needed. Alright. Perfectly placed under the basket. That's another 3. 4 down through 7. Down on hole 8 now. 461 foot par 4. Going to throw my Buffalo Bills disc. It's a super technical shot. You want to throw about 150 feet, and then it dog legs straight up a hill to the left. So just need to make sure this first shot's good. A little bit. Okay, that should be perfect. So it's actually pretty rare to end in a perfect spot. I was going to save this Buzz SS, but I'm actually going to throw it because this is the hardest hole in the course. And if we can somehow get birdie, we'll really be thriving. Sit. Okay, that should be in circle 1. Turned out a little bit better than I thought. Left us about 10 feet. Basket, probably even closer than that. Just need to keep this birdie streak alive. It's probably the best front 9 I've ever played out here, and I'm just doing a dumb challenge. So, alright, hole 9, 337 foot, a backhand that's just going to slowly start drifting down. Unfortunately, this is my last mid-range until I use every single disc, so hopefully I'll make it count. We're on a 6 birdie streak, so hopefully we can keep it going here. Slight early release, probably not going to be in a good spot. I can't tell if this is in circle 1. It's got to be like circle's edge. Well, slightly outside circle 1. So that means we have to use throw our BB6. Oh, the birdie streak ends hole 9. All right, good par. All right, little front 9 update. I am extremely happy on how that went. We are 5 down through 9 here on hole 10 with this pretty water carry. 329 foot par 3. Just gonna hang something right over the water and hopefully it crashes back and either goes in the basket or under the basket. not in the water. That looks so good. Stay up. Okay, not the worst kick. I thought that had a chance of going in though. Pretty sure I'm in circle one, but this is definitely my first tester of the day. I'm gonna have to straddle. Slight headwind. Oh. All right, well, there's our first circle one miss of the day. Hole 10. All right, hole 11. 438 foot par 4. Going with probably my favorite disc in my entire bag, my Felon. It is an ace disc for me, and it just flies exactly how I want it to most of the time. So we're going to see if we can pipe one down this gap and see if we can get an easy approach shot and take a birdie. Okay, should be really good. It's not going to give me the straight pass straight to it. This is definitely a backhand turnover shot, but I'm out of disc that I can do that with. Let's see. I've got in here. Let's try this. I have a Goliath disc Enoch. See if I can just hold this line and push somewhere where I can at least give me a chance of putting. Go down. Okay, that should be a putt. Left about 10 feet. Slight straddle putt. And we take a bird. Okay, well, this is starting to get a little bit frustrating. Let me explain why. The past few videos I've done out here were break 55 challenges, which means you have to shoot 11 down. And I have yet to accomplish it on video. And now that we're doing this challenge, we are way ahead of pace of breaking that. And so it's gonna be a little frustrating if I end up breaking this challenge while doing this challenge. So hopefully I still do it, but frustrating that I get to choose the disc that I want to and I can't break it. And now I have limited selection and we're playing way ahead of schedule. So, all right, hole 12, 447 foot par 4. I am going to be throwing my Gateway Disc Journey. It is super flippy, but I'm not trying to throw it very hard. I'm trying to throw it about 200 feet to a landing zone that'll put me in an area to attack for birdie. Keep flipping, go. Grass is a little thick, but we're not in a horrible spot. I have 5 disc choice left, and I need to throw a forehand probably because I don't have a standstill, and it's pretty close tucked around this tree. So I'm going to throw my Diamond Apex by Gateway, and hopefully we can get the right angle on it and it just holds this line. Never forehanded this disc in my life. Felt really good out the hand. It just didn't want to come out, and now I think we're still in circle 2, so I have 4 drivers get to choose from that I get to putt with. Hopefully we just have a gap, and of course we don't. I'm gonna putt this ether on big anhyzer. Hopefully it just holds the line. Oh, I was so close actually. And we take a par. 443 foot par 4. Everything left of this yellow fence is hazard. So I'm going to try and bomb this Garrett Girthy Destroyer down there past the hazard, and hopefully I'll have a good throw-in look for birdie. So hopefully I don't hit this tent. That's not good. And I don't even have a look of going over. So I might just have to pitch up to the gap. I didn't even get it to the gap. Alrighty. Well, good news is my realm is my last disc, and then I get to completely restart. So hopefully we can get close enough to take a par, and then we get to go to reset mode. There was only one tree, and we hit it. Watch out. Good news is I'm still circle's edge. Bad news is I'm still circle's edge. Well, I guess we're gonna bogey this hole. Alright, well, that's not what we wanted on hole 13. Probably one of the easier holes on the course. But we do get to reset our bag. So that's going to be a big advantage going into these last 5 or 6 holes. Because I'll be able to get some of the discs that I would want to throw on holes done. So hopefully we can get back on track here and see if we can push to like 7 or 8 under. So let's do it. Actually going to go back to a reliable felon. 526 foot par 4. Just want to get something up there to the gap and execute the second shot across the creek. I threw that so low. So low. It's going to have to be a backhand turnover. We're going to go back to the Buzz SS and just hope we can peer this gap. Go. Sit. All right. Well, that'll work. Hopefully I can show you that I'm a wizard with the wizard. go. All right, hole 15, 481 foot par 4. I'm going back to my baby blue ether. Throwing a little bit of hyzer. Hopefully it'll get down there and start pushing to the right and give us a chance to throw our upshot for a bird. Keep flipping. Go. Yeah, it's one of my best shots here in a long time. All right, so we actually have a look here. I'm going to throw my diamond element. I think the only way I'm going to be able to eagle it is if I try to hit this gap right here. So hopefully I can hit it. I thought that was it. And this taller grass. All right, up about a 15-footer for bird. Oh, good birdie. 7 down, 3 left. That has a shot. Nice, easy tap in. All right, hole 17. 494 foot par 4. Straight through that gap. It's going to hold that gap to the left. Just going to throw something that pushes up there, kind of ends a little bit to the left, but not too far. Otherwise, you're not going to have a good look at the birdie. Should be pretty good. Hopefully, it didn't get a big flare skip. Otherwise, we won't be sitting in a good spot. Hopefully, I'll have some kind of look to the basket from here. Oh. Good tree. Just how we planned it. Oh. All right. Somehow we are 9 down through 17, which means if I eagle hole 18, then I break 55, which is not the challenge we're trying. But at this point, we have to, right? Be a crazy way to beat this challenge that I've been trying to complete for a while now. But possible, but unlikely. We need 2 perfect shots here, so let's get after it. All right, hole 18, 518 foot par 4. Throwing the Garrett Girthy Destroyer. Hopefully we can hit it close enough to that gap up there where we'll have a chance of throwing in. Gotta move. Skip. Maybe a backhand chance from there. Let's go with the zone. All right. Final birdie putt for a 10 under round. Let's go. Well, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.